is the last set for the night for top 24 tomorrow.
Yeah, winner stays in bracket, loser is done for. So a lot on the line right now. Loser gets 25th, and you would hate to see it make it all the way, but here comes Peabnut. This is the guy that I love watching him play, right? The versatility, just how fun he is to watch. He's really like all over the stage everywhere at once at times. So I know that this game one is looking a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical here, but here we go though, trying to get the Salt Blade drop into something, but finds a dash attacks, but here comes Cosmos trying to find a couple hits of his own. A very standard neutral right now.
Exactly. These are just these two players putting out the feelers in the early game, game one neutral. You know, this is just exactly what you want to see. Like, how are we going to set up the tone for this set? How are we going to set the vibes for this one? What can I expect from you, and what can you do the same from me?
So great parry there, going for the grab, unable to find anything. So now Pete's gonna try and get something started, but here comes Cosmos, gonna get hit by a ton of damage just in a short amount of time. But I think a lot of the times when I think of Aegis versus zoners, I think Mythra really is the one that just kind of comes right through and says, you know what, you don't get to set up at all. I'm going to have that opportunity to do that for myself. But here's the thing, right? You have that top platform to escape from. Let's see what Peeb's option is. Goes for the down air, unable to find anything, but he has the opportunity on something like Battlefield to constantly reset the interaction.
Okay, and the roll for a roll. Peabnut staying on top of Cosmos, but not pulling the trigger on anything. Just wants to see if Cosmos makes an error. But so far, Cosmos has been playing pretty clean, even in these close-range scrapes. Is still trying to win out in the scramble, but even across the ledge, from one side of the stage to the other, Cosmos is avoiding all of the crucial projectiles that are necessary. Even the back throw won't be enough. The constant switching allows Cosmos to keep mixing up Peabnut and not allow him to get those things like the hard knuckle.
Honestly, I have to give Cosmos his flowers because he's playing so careful. He understands Peeb's combo potential, and he's not really just like going in for anything, right? It's really just kind of dashing in and out. It's very meticulous neutral right now between both players. I mean, it's already been 2 minutes here, and first stock hasn't even come off yet. Aegis throw definitely not going to be able to do it. Has a crash bomb, though, will be able to transfer it back. Cosmos definitely looking really good on this first stock, too.
Yeah, this is an incredibly non-committal first stock. Like, neither of them have really gone too crazy out in the paint. No big risks here. We are kind of throwing some stuff out, and eventually Cosmos is going to be able to catch Peabnut, knowing when to go back down over the ledge to get the explosion of the Prominence Revolt. Very textbook stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Still Peeb now kind of trailing behind the dash attack from downtown, throwing out the saw blade, but like we talked about, this is what I was a little bit worried about. That ledge trump back air looking so good from Peeb, and all that work that Cosmos did, he wasn't even able to get a little bit of extra credit.
Right, you gotta remember, we can DI those trumps a little bit to try to mix up where you're gonna go afterwards. Cosmos gotta be ready for that, because that is a Peabnut special.
Yeah, still though, Cosmos finding a little bit of a stride here in neutral, finding the nairs, finding a couple of aerials to go with it as well. But the problem is, what do you do? And look at Peabnut setting up the crash bomb and then saying, you know what, I'm going to run up, try and get you to crack here, but finds the first forward air. Can't find much else, and I think, honestly, that's what's winning it for Cosmos right now. Peeb is really unable to find the combos that I was really kind of giving him the praise for, but there's the down air, unable to get really anything else out of it.
Yeah, short hop hard knuckle can just keep you in place for a follow-up, like turn around up tilt, stuff like that can be really good. It won't do too much at this percent. It's just damage, and we want as much damage as we can possibly get. That's why we're looking for these vertical combos, which I'm surprised we haven't seen too much from Peabnut just yet. These up airs are really great ways for you to challenge Cosmos, but I can totally understand why we don't want to do too much, because it can easily be four-sided.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's such a good point, Nerf, but here comes Cosmos. Now it is all trying to find our way in, and Cosmos looking real good, trying to read out this F smash. Unable to find it, though. And I like how we're very, like, stubborn on Mythra right now. I think in our last set, very unfortunate SD coming out from Peep, but I think in our last set, you know, we were really like, you know what, it's fluid switching, and now Cosmos is just like, it's all Mythra, it's all speed.
It definitely is, and you kind of need that speed to get around against the, again, the obstacle course of these projectiles. There's been a lot of really linear projectiles that Peabnut wants to go for, and Cosmos has been doing a good job of just getting up and around. The platforms are helping here, but even then, Peabnut will wear down the endurance as we expected. Going to look for another one, waiting for the trigger pull, but we're still not able to get anything just yet. A range forward smash, but look, lots of escape tools for Cosmos.
Yeah, but switch on over to Pip.
Whoa!
Pyra doesn't get punished right away, but there it is, catching with the forward smash here. And now it's all Peab. How do we want to get back into this? Drop zone forward air or back air, excuse me, is going to be the first sign, but we need to see a little bit more. There's the forward air that I was talking about, but we got to get a little bit more. That leaf shield, that's such a pain in the side for a lot of characters to deal with.
It really is. And of course, like now Peabnut using some of his better disjointed options like Fair and Bear to outrange Cosmos, who's actually, you know, used to using a sword like that. But in this case, Peabnut has disjoints to match.
Okay, still neutral once again between both these players. It's so meticulous. We're down to almost 2 minutes, or even less than that at this point. So now here comes Cosmos. Beautiful up tilt extension here as now Peab still forced himself into the corner, still has to figure it out. Finds a soft blade, gets the read. The up tilt not going to be enough. Going for it again, but now it is going to be Cosmos who has to find a way down, and does. Finds the grab here and looking for the finisher, but Peab still beautiful parry.
Yeah, and saw that there was going to be a second attempt on that. The F tilt is definitely repeatable for Mythra. You might see one whiff or one hit on shield. I'm going to keep doing it. It's safe enough on the first couple hits. I'm going to keep going for it, see what sticks. Peabnut's ready for it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Pyra's ready for it too, and if we're able to just find that up air, honestly, we could be able to see a game one going on over to Cosmos here. A minute left here, and now Peab just has to get down. Good shields, though, through the Crash Bombers, but beautiful back throw from Peabnut. Going for it. Not going to be able to find the ledge trump back air, but goes for the down air, trying to get a little bit of stun, but my goodness, both of them are just whipping everything.
Yeah, this is both of them looking for a couple of those desperation plays, but the roll in, Cosmos, you see him charging, what are you doing?
Oh my goodness. Well, right, like you're trying to like roll into him to transfer the crash bomb, right? Like kind of makes sense, but bro was ready for every option under the sun.
Yeah, maybe thought that like the roll would cross up, would overtake, but no. Peabnut was spaced so well, and that is a coverage tool that will absolutely demolish you, so you gotta be careful.
Really good stuff coming out from Peabnut and Cosmos. A very long-winded game number one here.
Yeah, looked like it was might go to time.
Yeah, it could.
Oh, man.
Two characters that you would never really expect to go to time either, but still.
Mega Man I can see. Mythra not so much.
Peabnut though, that's the thing.
No, but Peab is smart here and knows that Cosmos wants him to play aggressively, wants him to be able to win. He wants to whip punish. Yeah. And you can't give him what he wants.
Okay, here we go. Game number 2 here, still on the battlefield. Cosmos, got to figure it out. What do you think Cosmos needs to do?
Probably mix up the techs a little bit better. Probably force out a few more edge guards here and take out the resources from Mega Man. I know it's kind of hard to really catch someone who can act out of their up B like that, but there's ways you can kind of like take those air dodges, take those jumps and stuff like that. It's really important.
Still though, Cosmos finding the nair down and not seeing the tech. I mean, that's a tech mix-up, right? Like, or mix-up, excuse me.
Sure.
Just not teching at that point, but still Cosmos in the lead, about 30% here. I like the movement just between both players, but I feel like Peab's starting to find the point on a lot of these forward airs, and that could be deadly for ages.
I think one thing that Cosmos could also do is probably grab Metal Blade a little bit more. I feel like we are getting hit by a lot of it, and yeah, you got to be able to kind of throw stuff out. Not with Pyra though, because obviously that's a bit riskier.
Ooh, okay, I like that from Peab, recognizing that Mythra and Pyra be a little bit dangerous off the side here. So now Peab in the lead, just going to back up, and honestly, I like this stage a lot more for Mega Man than I do Aegis.
I can see it. I think at the end of the day, it all comes down to like how they're reacting to these crucial edge guards. I feel like there's just so much going on here, and of course Peabnut finding the fast fall back air. We're gonna look for something else here, parries that, but of course we snap right back to ledge, and you can't really do too much to hit on that ledge while you're in the ledge hang, so.
Prominence Revolt not going to be enough here, so now it's Cosmos' turn on the edge guard, and we'll be able to get a very nice jump from ledge out of Peabnut there to get a stock 121. See what he can do with it. We need to see another giant, massive lead, but there's the crash bomb that we were talking about from last game. It's going to prop Cosmos up, but going to be able to avoid the forward air and the back air from Peabnut here, but great parry. Still going to lead in. I want to see Cosmos take this combo all the way. Unable to transfer, but still not going to be able to lose this stock just yet. Forward air not going to be able to do it, but I love the blade. Will be able to get it.
Yeah, the jump called out, and of course, Peabnut saw that there was a chance to completely turn this stock around and take that and bring it right back to 2 stocks even. Now Cosmos still trying to get some more here, but Crash Bomber on the ledge. Got to be careful here where you're placing yourself, because that is still the trap that Peabnut's laying.
Absolutely, but run up grab from Cosmos definitely locked back into this game. Great dash attack there, but it's not going to cover anything, so the Nair will do it for us. Going for the F smash there, not going to be able to find anything, so here comes Peab, but really high photon edge is not going to be able to be covered here, so there's the up air, and now it is all up to Cosmos. How much can we extend this lead far out? Because that's a lot of rage on a Mega Man.
Yeah, it's tough to say. We're getting a lot of vertical combos here for Cosmos, but at the same time, Mega Man is not one of those characters that you can really juggle like that, just because he does have a ranged option in hard knuckle. The down air is a really good landing option for Peabnut. He's going to be looking for more here. Also, the leaf shield, when he gets it right on the right proc and you're close enough, you can actually get that first hit confirmed. Those are both really good landing options. And honestly, Cosmos is still got to be careful about when he's swinging for these juggles, just because Peabnut can get around.
Ooh, okay, the back air not going to connect all the way through, so now Peab at 150 here.
Oh,
okay,
God!
You love to see that one. Beautiful conversion from Peabnut. Still going to be able to live it out. Now Cosmos has to find a way to get this stock off of Peabnut. Now Peabnut can play the way he wants to, which is just constantly just overwhelming you with projectiles.
Yeah, definitely. Once you get you in the corner, he's going to keep you there as much as possible. We do see the foresight out. That helps with the lemons, just to try to throw out some of that stuff on the passive damage that we know Peabnut's just throwing out in the middle of his other moves. You know he's got him in the middle.
Ooh, drops all the way down with that back air. Unable to find anything, but look at Peab, so comfortable. But it will be the Prominence Revolt that 100% does it. Bro was at like 170.
But it was great DI despite that. It looked like it was even close. That's going to be dead. Dead, Mythra. See you later. Send her right back down to the depths. No side Bs allowed here. Peabnut is not going to be wasting any time, and Cosmos, unfortunately, when you get funneled into that linear recovery, Peabnut will waste no time, is looking for that every single round.
I want to see Cosmos take away the platforms from Peab.
Would be good.
Like, I really just want to see, like, straight up fighting here. We'll be going to Hollow Bastion, so at least we get rid of one, but we still have that one in the center here, so we'll see how it's going to go, but Peabnut, excellent showing. It looks like Cosmos is winning just in the beginning, just from these neutral interactions, and then the moment that Peab is, like, finds his, like, one down air, he finds his one drop zone back here, is like, oh, wait, cool, like, I'm back.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I definitely think that Hollow Bastion with the lower ceilings is good for Cosmos. Going to be looking for some more kills off the top. We want those vertical combos to actually work for us. Unfortunately, you do have this ledge that you still are having to watch out for the hard knuckle on.
Yeah, absolutely. But look at this aggressive start to game number 3 here. Cosmos with our commentator's favorite line, a mountain to climb here if we want to make it back here. But okay, my goodness. That was dash attack and foresight and everything going strange here. But I agree with you, Nerf. The center platform, the ceilings on this can definitely help something like a Pyra up tilt actually take a stock, so we'll see how it's going to go.
Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of Mythra going on right now, keeping these percent in favor of Cosmos. We're going to see it switch to Pyra soon enough, but I like that we're still staying on the Mythra. Mythra can actually make some kills happen. You just got to get a bigger read. And that might almost be it, but now as soon as we're seeing that not work, we're like, all right, Pyra time.
Yeah, but this is exactly what we were used to last time, right? Like, it's Cosmos who starts with this just like array of damage onto Peabnut, and then Peab finds the one option that gets him the stock, and then it's, you know, the same old story here. But still Cosmos going back to platform, double up air, not going to be able to connect all the way through, but now we need kill power, we're going to Pyra.
Yeah, so jump out of shield back air is a great move for Peabnut. The out of shield options have been there for him so far. He's looking for the fastball back air as well. Lots of great disjoints that he can use on retreat to keep Cosmos at bay. Of course, Cosmos still looking for any option. These crash bombers have been so crucial for Peabnut. They're killing Cosmos.
Okay, still trying to get this stock off, and once again, it's back to this game one tempo that we already had, where it's just the first stock was just not coming off easy for either player. I know Peab just wants this set to be over, but you cannot sleep on Cosmos' beautiful spot dodge here. Going to be the back throw, it's not going to be enough, even with the smaller sides of Hollow Bastion. Mega Man not really known for the throws, if you will.
Yeah, definitely not, but you got to try anything you can. All those pummels were in goal of trying to get something here. You do have rage brewing for Mega Man, so things can happen, but that's a grab range that you leaves a lot to be desired, I'll say. Standing grab, not so great here. Cosmos just missing out barely on the range, and that's going to hurt.
Yeah, still though, Peab trying to get something started, use something of this rage here too. I would have loved to seen him use a little bit more pellet here too, and just be, you know, that type of Mega Man that's just like stacking on damage consistently onto Mythra, but switching on over to Pyra, trying to get get something started here, but back air from the ledge here.
Okay.
And now Peab is safe back on stage.
Yeah, the roll out obviously kind of telegraphed from Cosmos. Got to be careful here. Just you gotta expect that at that point. Gonna cancel on the ledge with the prominence roll. This time, Peabnut actually holds out and goes on the other side. Cosmos not able to get the collateral hitbox of blowing up the ground basically. So Peabnut staying alive at 181, even off a move that sends it that angle on Hollow Bastion. This is crazy.
Unfortunate for Cosmos too, because Peab just rolled right through that F tilt, and we were giving the Pyra F tilt a lot of praise a little bit earlier. The sword is so big, but unfortunately it just doesn't catch. Here we go. Let's see what the option is going to be. The down throw not going to be enough here, and now Peab going to be at almost 200 here, but the landing nair is actually going to be what takes that stock, and Cosmos definitely not out of it. And to be quite honest, for the amount of time that Peab was on that like third stock, hasn't taken too much damage. We've taken a lot, right? Yeah. But it could be worse.
Right, and now we're seeing a few more lemons here and there. The pellets are really starting to come in. We did see a couple of them getting like four-sided, so I am always hesitant to say like, yeah, we should do more pellets, but even then, like we are still seeing a lot of leverage being brought off of that. The inevitable like pop-ups or like the quick hit stun that you can force Cosmos into to break that momentum, break that drive. Another spot dodge and the uppercut to follow, and it feels like Peabnut has almost got this set locked.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about Peabnut as a player is that he really does use that up tilt to his advantage every single time, but now there's a ton of damage from that leaf shield coming down, and Peab just going to jump up and away from the slow-moving Pyra, so Cosmos has to switch back to quicker Mythra here, going all the way out there for the forward air and the back air too against this stage, but unable to find anything. Cosmos now on his last stock at Riptide 2024 potentially has to not only get this game, but get two more after it.
The movement, the grab on the metal blade, as well as the back air at the same time. Peabnut's looking so good on this platform, playing around the stage effortlessly. He's like a dancer right now, and it feels like Cosmos has got two left feet stuck in this wrong position time and time again. A trade that you don't want to take. I'll parry on that with the up tilt as well. It feels like Peabnut. Can we do it? Yeah, we are. It's going to be Peabnut with a 3-0 over Cosmos. Cosmos run ends here at Riptide 2024.